In honor of our Seed to Seal promise at Young Living, today is International Essential Oil Day. And one of the things we want to do is educate you about the Seed to Seal promise that Young Living has and what that does to help you educate you on some of the areas that you want to learn about so that you know when you're looking at purchasing essential oils and why Seed to Seal matters. So Young Living is the only company that I know of that offers something of this caliber, and Young Living has been doing something that many now call like farm to table before it was trendy. The company will be celebrating its 25th anniversary for company, and it's the only company in the world that controls the entire process. So from the seed all the way to the bottling and everything in between. If you want to learn a lot more, you can go to Young Living Seed to Seal website. So that's right here, seedtoseal.com, and you can learn more about it and go through the website. There's also a Seed to Seal video that you can watch. You can also learn about the 3 different pillars that are available within the Seed to Seal promise. So for example, sourcing, science, and then, sourcing, science, and standards. So sourcing, science, and standards, and there's pages in much more depth on each of those pages. So with regards to what are the 5 things that you want to look for when it comes to essential oils, and understanding and educating yourself about the higher standards that you want in a pure, unadulterated essential oil, we turn to what we call the Seed to Seal promise. So, for example, you can ask the question, is the essential oil genetically modified free, right? So is the seed that plant starts with, is it genetically modified free? So is it GMO free? So with Young Living, you can know from the seed is not genetically modified, and it's the highest grade of seed. So they'll take the plants for that year and look at the highest, strongest plants and take the seeds from that plant. So that's the seed part of it. And then the cultivation, asking yourself this next question: how is that plant cultivated? How is that plant grown? What is the cultivation practices? Are there pesticides in the soil? What are they doing to the plant? So for example, Young Living's cultivation goes beyond traditional organic farming practices. So when we talk about traditional practices, most farms are using pesticides, right? And then we say, let's look at the organic farming practices. They don't use pesticide. However, organic practices, the soil only topically needs to be free from pesticides for 2 years. So that's an example of so many people get so fixated on the word organic, but they don't realize that many times you're dealing with something that is just a word, right? So you're like, wow, this is better that they're not using pesticides, but I didn't know that they don't have to be pesticides free forever. So Young Living goes beyond traditional organic farming practices. And if you visit the farms as members of Young Living, we can visit all of our farms in the U.S. as far as, and also globally. So you'll see firsthand, for example, when I go to the farm in Mona, there was 30 bees on just one lavender plant. So I know that they have a bee area where they actually will make sure that the bees are part of the process. They also have a worm farm. So from a cultivation, they're going beyond traditional organic practices, and they do a whole host of other things, even down to not letting anyone be near the plants or cursing near the plants. So needless to say, that's going way beyond anything that you see in traditional organic practices. So from seed, right, now cultivation, The next thing is sustainable practices. Young Living also dedicates themselves to be responsible, sustainable growing and harvesting methods, so that you're getting the longevity of the plant. So that's very important to ask that question. What are the sustainable practice of that farm, where I'm getting my essential oils from, right? So Young Living, you can be assured that they are doing responsible and sustainable growing practices. In fact, they're the world leader in the industry. So many times other companies will be like, wow, they're doing this. However, you're going to see that other companies are focused on profit, not purpose. And Young Living's core mission that Dr. Young established at the very beginning of the company is he creates product for purpose, not for profit. So he wants to make sure to ensure that it's the best product, the best essential oils for us at the highest therapeutic grade, which gets us into distillation. So asking the question, this is the third one, right? Distillation. For example, Young Living uses steam distillation, not harmful chemicals. Every label in each of the lot of the oil so that it can be traced back to its origin, showing which farm that came from. The distillation practices itself are also using stainless steel distillery, and then also the containers that they go into, so nothing leaks into the oil. So many other companies you're dealing with not stainless steel, and that those unfortunately leak into the oil. The other thing that other companies do is they'll use harmful chemicals and solvents to get more out of the plant matter, but in a sense then they make that oil now adulterated with with these chemicals, these solvents. And then a lot of them will add synthetic chemicals and sweeteners to change the smell and to change how the oil is. And that again is adulterating the oil. So Young Living does not do any of that. When you're getting the distilled plant matter, the essence, the oil, it's only the essential oil from that plant that you're getting. Young Living also has top distill computers that will make sure that each and every plant is distilled at the right temperature, at the right length of time, so that you're getting the highest grade constituents from that essential oil. Many other companies, they'll do other things to it within distillation to have a higher yield. Again, their focus is on profit, not purpose, where Young Living is the only company that I know of that does first distillation. So it's a very different way of thinking, but it's giving you the gold standard in the essential oil therapeutic grade so that it's benefiting you. It's not just a smelly perfume grade that has got synthetics in it. It's actually created for a purpose. All right, so that's distillation. So the next step is testing. So Young Living exceeds international standards to guarantee the quality of the oil and is tested in their internal labs. And Young Living has two multi-million-dollar libraries, which I don't know of any other company that has this level of library. Young Living has the largest plant library in the world. And then we also have third-party facility testing. So Young Living will go beyond traditional standards and, for example, testing an essential oil 21 times, 21 different tests, three different times. So 21 different tests it goes through 3 times each. So I don't know of any other company that does that, again, because it costs money to do that, and their end focus is not on the purpose of the product, it's for the profit. So Young Living is making sure that it's guaranteeing the best quality of your oil, and it's verified through the testing, okay? And then the last step, the fifth thing to think about and question is it sealed at our Young Living facility? So the completing of the seed to seal promise and process is happening at the Young Living facility, and then it's shipped directly to the Young Living customers. So nothing has been hampered. So many times I'll tell folks, don't buy things on the internet, on eBay, on Amazon, because there's no way to guarantee if that essential oil has been hampered and synthetics have been added to it and refilled and then resealed and then sent to you. So many reports have come back that folks are doing that. So again, this is why also Dr. Young created the Seed to Seal Promise, so that it ensures the safety and the purity that you're getting from the farm all the way to your front door. So I hope that this helps you with those 5 questions to ask yourself: is the seed pure? How is the cultivation happening? What is the distillation methods? What are what is the testing methods? And what is the sealing methods when you're going from the ones that you're looking at out there in essential oil world? Unfortunately, the essential oil industry used to be where it was obvious. It was therapeutic grade meant what it meant. Unfortunately, now the word pure or therapeutic on some of the labels you're finding in big box stores doesn't mean what we think it means, because it's an unregulated market. And so you're putting yourself at risk when you're looking at some of these other products out there that are in these big box stores, because there's no way of knowing, well, what is their practice? Where is it coming from? And it's like, I call it greenwashing. They'll just say these words and you think, oh, well, that's what it should mean. It should mean that it's pure. So even the word organic may not necessarily mean that it's at the highest grade, highest level. So just be aware of that so that you're educated, and do your own research. But I've done my own research, and I've been doing this for a very long time within the health and wellness industry, and I've never seen a company go to this length to ensure the purity. And again, they're the industry leaders for a reason, because they're doing things that go beyond what normal companies will do to ensure the product is at the purest level. And that also goes for Young Living's supplement line, makeup line, kids line, baby line, pet line. All of our products also adhere to the highest level of purity. So I can be assured when I put my Young Living products in my cart that I'm getting the highest level of the products. So I hope that this helps you learn a little bit more of the Seed to Seal Promise and some of the questions that you might want to ask when you're also doing your own research and picking a product and an essential oil company for you and your family. If you'd like more information, please go back to a Wellness Toolbox member that invited you to watch this video. Get their Young Living ID number, because Young Living is a referral sharing program where anybody that refers someone their Young Living ID number and gives it to that other person, then they now can become a Young Living account member and have an account with Young Living and order anytime they like at wholesale prices. So go back to the person that invited you, and if for some reason you don't have someone that invited you and you'd like to be part of our Wellness Toolbox club and membership, please reach out to me, and we'd be more than happy to help you get started living a healthier lifestyle.